Hey guys, welcome to a new video, and probably this looks a bit different because usually I would do what ifs, but this is kind of a what if, except for that it's made in my own set world. Basically the only My Hero Academia thing from it is basically Deku and Quirks and Inko. But everything else is mostly different. So, Deku well, I actually need to explain the world. There is a war between hybrids and demons. Hybrids usually have a quirk, maybe they have a hybrid quirk. And demons, they usually have more of a demon quirk, and demon powers just born into them. Either they don't have demon powers born into them, or they have just a quirk which is demons and more powerful than normal demon powers, but usually they're basically equal strength because the other ones have quirks. Deku was born by a demon, Inko, who had a metal controlling quirk where she can control metal. And his father had more of a earth controlling quirk. Or basically just an element controlling quirk. He can basically control anything. That's what his father had. And Deku was born with wings and horns. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm just saying, Deku's a demon. And then I guess he's just born. We do a time skip, and Deku has a idol named X Gladiator. I think I said it right, Gladiator. And that's basically number one demon. It's a lot like it, but it's number one warrior. So it's basically let's just say it's not really like. It doesn't really have a set, but Deku's been is checking which one's the strongest, and also he's the strongest in his own area. He can find out by joining the demon army. And then Deku gets ready to go to the Quirk Doctor. He gets dressed, he does everything. Then Deku runs out saying, Mom, can we please go to the Quirk Doctor? And then Inko says, sure, Deku. Sure, Izuku, let's go. And then Inko goes, and the Quirk Doctor says, it seems your son has a quirk called Sacred Blade. He can basically make a Sacred Blade, which is very powerful. Seems he might become a powerful warrior at some point in his life, if he wants to be a warrior, which a lot of people do here, so. And then his mom just says okay, and then they go back. But Deku's so excited that he just keeps on trying to use his quirk. And then he just sees one person. They look like they had all wings and horns like demons, but kind of a different color, not red. So he walked up to them, and they immediately tried to punch Izuku in the guts. But then Izuku his quirk activated, and then he slices their hand off. And then everyone just looks at them, and they're just like, what the heck? Why'd that kid just slice his hand off? And people walk up to him and say, why'd you slice his hand off? Well, he tried to punch me. So why wouldn't I slice his hand off? Okay, sorry if you see that. But then they're just like, what the heck? Okay, why would they try to punch you in the guts though? Deku just shrugs his shoulders. And then Deku grows up to be a nice kid, and he's just normal. Oh yeah, by the way, most of the stuff in the song is basically based off of in the series is based off of a song actually, which is weird. It's got the same name as the title. Check it out if you haven't already. So just do that. And everyone just like, and then Deku goes to school, and there's just a bunch of non-relevant people. Okay? And then the teacher says, I guess we're gonna have to see if you're gonna fill out the forms to your college or army you're gonna go to. If you're gonna go to the army, just step up, put your hand up. As two people will stand up, put their hand up, which was Deku and Bakugo, even though I said there's only 2 characters, but I need to add more characters. Listen, I can't make characters off the bat. You're gonna have to deal with this, okay? Me lying to you a lot of the time. Also, I'm really sorry for the slow uploading. But I'll upload this, definitely. Well, if I don't upload it, you couldn't hear me say that, so. But, and then they're just like, oh, come on. Deku, you know you're never gonna get, Izuku, you know you're never gonna get in. You're too soft. And Deku's like, no, I'm not soft. I could beat you in a fight. Anytime, any day. And then the teacher says, calm down, calm down. And then he says, okay, so your location will be 9, 4, 5, 10, 16 XD. I don't know if that's actually a location. I just picked random numbers and some letters out of my mind. But they're just like, okay. And then a couple weeks later, they go there. And then they get told, to see how strong they are, to do 5 push-ups right on the spot. Deku does it quickly. He's pretty strong, by the way. Everyone does it pretty quickly, except for one person. And her name was Uraraka. And usually they have 3 points and if they fail 3 things, they lose. They get kicked out of the army. So basically, life points. Just thought of the scene for some scenes from Lucio, if you have. But then, and he's just like, well, may as well help one person. Hey, I don't know, coach? You mind if I take 1 point off me for to stop her from taking 1 point away. And the coach is just like, sure. And Deku gets 1 point taken away, 2 points left. He could have easily gotten that point, but he just decided to take it away. And then Deku has been, and then it's like 2 years later. First of all, they do have like knowledge, like lessons like math and like science, etc. But most of the day he's just doing war practice. So let's just say he has 8 hours a day, 4 hours of war practice or something, war training, and just then the rest is just normal school. But Deku and Bakugo and Uraraka are mostly going to the top of the class. Uraraka's in 4th, Deku's in 2nd, and Bakugo's in, well, 1st. Bakugo's in 1st only because he's just a bit ahead of Deku because of that 1 point loss. But if not, Deku would be in 1st. And also, I left out one spot. 3rd place. 3rd place is to Todoroki. But Todoroki isn't important, so that's why I left him out. You know what I'm series so far. He will may be important, and I haven't decided yet. But Deku, 2 years later, Deku and Bakugo and Uraraka, blah blah blah, everyone is out of practice and they are now now just got cadets in war. So they're in the war, but they're not quite yet close enough to be normal warriors. And all the strongest warriors are the front or the middle, I don't know, you can decide, because a lot of them will die if it's not at the middle. But Deku basically just is waiting, and then he decides, why don't I just rush on forward to defeat these, or one row of hybrids, because there's not too many of them. I should capture them so, like, you know, people get to train. I'll just kill them all if I can. Let me just, as he pulls out his sacred sword, and then he just sees a whole, like, he thought it was just one row, and then he just sees a whole army twice as big as theirs just walk up to them, and the scene which is showing right here, you see it? It's just happens, and we're gonna leave it there, and you can find out on the next part of what happens in the war. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a golden time. That was supposed to be like a higher pitch of voice. I think I just got a voice crack. I hope you have a golden time, and bye.